We really started in on this whole trend in about 1990, where we had a huge number of heroin overdoses, 250 or so. And then it dropped. And then it kept dropping through the 2000s till about 2005. And then gradually it started going up again. And even last year it was lower. I mean, it was lower than the year before. So that would be lower in 2010 from 2009. And then this year we saw a big spike, you know, down to 200 illicit drug overdoses, up to 240, and most of that driven by heroin, and some driven by cocaine, but most of it driven by heroin, where we got something like 43 more heroin overdoses in 1 year. And that's a big jump. I mean, that's a huge jump. More than ever, it's just like a flood, especially of heroin. And methamphetamine. It's just like a tidal wave of it. We don't always do a full autopsy when we have all those signs or all those indicators that this is a drug overdose. If we have anything that makes us suspicious about anything else, then we will do one. One of the reasons we don't do autopsies on every one of these is because we've done studies along with the Oregon Health Division's epidemiology department where we tested every one of these people for hepatitis C and HIV, and this is years ago, and 80% of them are hepatitis C positive if they're using, you know, needle type drugs. And we want to limit exposure, you know, if we can, because we get enough exposure anyway here doing autopsies, and if we don't have to do one and risk cutting ourselves or something like that, then we won't do it. Most of the people, if you look at who are dying from cocaine or from heroin, are males. Most of them are males. And nowadays, it used to be middle-aged males, but now they're younger and younger. We're seeing, I think, a lot younger age group, like in the 20s and early 30s, whereas before, like a couple years ago, we were seeing people in their 40s. It depresses your respiration rate and subsequently your heart rate to the point that you're no longer oxygenating enough, so then your heart stops beating, and of course you die from depressed brain functions. Die in your car, die at home, die in restrooms, down at Waterfront Park, die in restrooms in fast food places. Some of them get right out of the jail or the penitentiary and go right out and use again and die on their way home, from getting out of the penitentiary. So it's all sorts of places.